The House of Representatives could vote today on an energy bill that would create a carbon cap and trade system. But there is debate about what the bill's effect on the economy will be if it passes. For more, let's go to Capitol Hill, where Congressman Mike Pence is standing by. He is chairman of the House Republican Conference. Congressman Pence, welcome to Bloomberg News.
Thank you.
Is this passage of the bill a foregone conclusion?
Well, I don't believe that it is. The procedural rule that enabled the bill to go forward today, I think, received 217 votes, which is just barely enough for it to move forward. And obviously, this legislation, which amounts to a national energy tax, I think the Wall Street Journal called it one of the largest tax increases in American history, that will cost millions of American jobs, is going to be an even harder lift for the Democrat majority, and it should be. Our hope is that we'll be able to stop this legislation today and bring our alternative to the floor in cooperation with Democrats, and all of the above strategy that tackles energy independence in a comprehensive way, not with a national energy tax.
Well, if you would, sir, as you can imagine, the Democrats have a different take on this. The House Majority Leader, Steny Hoyer, discussed it this morning. I wanted to play you some sound from the congressman and get your reaction to it.
We think that this will be a very positive step forward to create jobs, to grow the economy, and to be energy independent and energy efficient.
Congressman Pence, as you heard Hoyer say, it's about job creation. Is there a disconnect there? Do you not see jobs being created because of this legislation?
Well, it's not just me. I think CR International came out this week and said even accounting for the green jobs that will be created by the cap and trade legislation, that America could lose upwards to 2 million jobs per year. The experience with similar legislation in Spain showed that for every green job that was created, I think the number was 2 traditional manufacturing jobs in the Spanish economy were destroyed. It's one of the reasons why you see countries in Europe moving away from this cap and trade approach to climate change. And so we don't dispute that there'll be some green jobs created, but we really do believe that when you raise the energy costs on American manufacturing and business, that will have a profound negative effect. It'll result in jobs loss. It'll also result in industries, including electrical power plants, moving overseas to countries that don't have this kind of a regime.
And Congressman, you and your Republican colleagues say that the bill would cost every U.S. household about $3,000 or more extra on energy. The CBO says that's really about $175 more. Does that indicate that the bill won't be as costly as you say?
Well, the CBO's estimate has been widely criticized from the standpoint that their gross number is that the average American household would pay about $1,400 in additional energy costs, but they factor in what people will get back from government in government programs as a way of mitigating the impact. Also, CBO didn't take into account what is widely accepted as a negative impact on GDP in the next 20 years if cap and trade becomes law. So, but whatever, there's lots of numbers about what this will cost the average household or business. There's lots of dispute, but there's no dispute that the cap and trade bill will cost millions of American jobs. Even in the bill itself, there's a fund to provide resources for the millions of Americans who will lose their jobs as a result of this legislation becoming law.
And Congressman Pence, I should point out you're chair of the GOP American Energy Solutions Group. What is your solution? If the Democratic plan is not something that you feel that you can fall into line with, what's your solution?
We built something we call the American Energy Act. It's available for your viewers at gop.gov, gop.gov. They can read all about it. We traveled the country unveiling this legislation over the last month. It says yes to more domestic exploration for oil and natural gas. It uses the revenues from those leases to create a renewable energy trust fund for wind and solar and new technologies. We call for 100 new nuclear power plants in the next 20 years, and we give incentives for more conservation by small businesses and families. It's an all-of-the-above strategy. We really believe that's where the American people are at, not a national energy tax.
And Congressman, I have about 30 seconds left. Isn't it a good idea, though, to punish polluters and therefore reward those who are into clean energy, the clean energy producers?
Well, the president said that a year ago, January, to the San Francisco Chronicle, that I know he says that the polluters will pay the tax now, but a year ago he said that if the cap-and-trade bill became law, utility rates would, quote, necessarily skyrocket, and then he said, and that would be, quote, passed along to consumers.
Right.
And so the American people deserve to know that they're going to get the bill in higher utility costs, they're going to get the bill in the higher costs of all kinds of goods and services.
Right.
We can do better. The all-of-the-above strategy is better. Instead of a national energy tax, it'll just cost jobs.
Congressman Mike Pence, Republican, representing Indiana's 6th Congressional District. Congressman, thanks.